Hello, my name's Lance McCarthy and welcome to my latest video diary. I've got the delight of being here today with Ben Chisnall, who's our Senior Resident and Chair of the Junior Doctors Committee, to talk through all the great work that Ben does and supporting our juniors through the committee. So Ben, can you just explain to me what the committee is?
Yeah, of course. No, thanks Lance, it's great to be here talking to you about the Junior Doctors Committee. So we are a group of junior doctors which makes up all doctors really in training and out of training below the grade of consultant. So you have people first day out of medical school all the way up to last day before being a consultant. So it's a huge breadth of doctors we're covering. We don't obviously cover the consultants. We don't tend to cover people employed as either staff grade doctors or kind of specialty doctors or SAS doctors they're sometimes referred to. But yeah, there's a huge amount of junior doctors at this trust, I think almost 300 that we cover at all different stages of their career. The point of the Junior Doctors Committee is really to provide a voice for those junior doctors within the trust, to listen to issues they may be having with either training, work issues, rota, educational development opportunities, and raise them, escalate them if necessary, or pass on areas of good practice that can be deployed elsewhere. It's a forum for junior doctors to raise anything they want to discuss. We meet monthly, and the whole point is to improve training and working here for Junior Doctor Princess Alessandra Trust.
Fantastic, and it's about the broader experience as well, isn't it? So as well as the obviously really important about the training and education, it's also about the sort of general experiences that colleagues have here.
Absolutely, yeah, and we want to make this a really good place to train and potentially for people to come back as consultants. And I think training is only one part of the whole experience that people have here. It's about facilities, rest facilities after on-call shifts, even things like kind of mundane things like parking, but all these are important things to junior doctors experience whilst they're here. And the other thing to say is we've been organising some seminars which we've also had a chance for junior doctors to socialise at the end as well. So we're trying to also create a bit more of a social engagement type culture here between junior doctors, which is great.
Fantastic. And can I say personally, thank you very much for all the effort that you've put into it, because you've been actually a fantastic chair of the committee and you've driven it hard. And do you just want to talk through a couple of things that you're most proud about that have changed in your time as the senior resident?
Yeah, thank you. No, so we've been lucky, really, been involved in a lot of things going on across the trust, and I feel that our input's really valued in that. So one thing recently that we were part of was the creation of a standardised pathway for booking on-call rooms or taxis home after a night shift or a long shift. And this is particularly pertinent, I think, to junior doctors. Although we all do shift work in the hospital, junior doctors often have to rotate hospitals a long way away from where they live. So sometimes the drive home can be dangerous, and sadly there have been instances where junior doctors have crashed after a night shift. So we're all very mindful of the need to be safe, drive safely, and the Junior Doctors Committee worked with Guardian of Safe Working, the Quality First team, the Estates team, Facilities team, the Switchboard, and really quickly came together with a standardised pathway for junior doctors to be able to access rest facilities or a taxi home if they felt they were too tired to drive. And that went live very quickly, and it's been well used from what I understand. So that was really good to be part of that whole process. Felt like our voice was really listened to, and we had a real good say in the final outcome, which was great.
Fantastic, thank you. And you've been influential and instrumental in supporting IT changes and investment in IT as well?
Yes, well, IT is a thing that really we deal with on a daily basis, and some of the IT is very fast, but there are some machines which are maybe coming towards the end of their lifespan. So we've been working closely with the IT team to identify those machines and pinpoint the issues that can then be quickly targeted and replaced. And we had a great update from the Chief Information Officer the other day saying that we did a kind of mini audit on some of the machines that were slower, and that's been listened to, taken into account. Improvements have been targeted, and we were given a very positive message that they'd like to continue to hear our feedback as on an ongoing upgrade and replacement drive. So that's great for us as well.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you. And you mentioned that we've got about 300 junior doctors. There's 10, 12 maybe representatives, is that right, on the committee?
Yeah, so we've got 29 on the committee.
29.
So it's a really broad group, and it's kind of made up into two parts. So we've got the junior doctor, what we call the junior doctor representatives, and each one is responsible for representing either an area of kind of stage of training or a specialty. So for example, we have one junior doctor for the whole of Foundation Year 1, which is the first year out of medical school, one for Foundation Year 2, but then you have an anaesthetics representative, an A&E representative, paediatrics. So we've got both sort of specialty-specific stage of training, and we've got a few also representatives for things like less than full-time trainees to give their voice, locally employed doctors trainees. So these are junior doctors not in a training programme who don't have the same kind of oversight that trainees do in terms of having a local training education looking out for them as well. So the important thing is to bring all these voices together to make sure that improvements are kind of being driven across the board for everyone. And then the other initiative that's been developed recently by the Director of Medical Education is the creation of junior doctor champions. So there's about 8 junior doctor champions, each covering a kind of non-clinical area of interest, so research and innovation, audit, quality improvements, mentoring, equality, diversity and inclusion. And they have a special interest in that area, and they work on improvement projects, attend meetings, represent these in areas of interest amongst junior doctors at the Trust, and are working to kind of spread the message, and so they come to the meetings as well. And our audit and QI champion, I should mention, has been very active setting up audit events, and she's had a couple of posters accepted in a national conference on the work she's done here, which
Fantastic.
is great.
Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah. So if you are a junior doctor in the organisation, there's going to be at least 2 or 3 representatives that cover either your staging training or your particular specialty that you can be in touch with and have some dialogue with, and they can help support, promote, raise any issues, raise any concerns.
Absolutely, and I think that's kind of a double, sort of a 2-pronged way into that, is that if you have a concern, you can come and speak to your junior doctor representative or to me directly, and there's multiple routes of raising concerns which are on the Junior Doctors Committee website on AlexNet under Workspaces, Junior Doctors Committee. But also, if you have a particular interest in research and improvement, research and innovation, quality improvement, mentoring, there's a junior doctor champion who can help you launch projects. And if you have a special area of interest in any project at all, the Junior Doctors Committee will support you in terms of driving some improvement for junior doctors across the Trust. So please, if you do have an interest, there's anything you want to get started, there's lots of opportunities through the Junior Doctors Committee, through the Director of Medical Education, Guardian of Safe Working. We will all support you in driving any improvement projects you might have, so please let us know.
Fantastic, thank you, and thanks again for all the hard work that you and the team are doing. Thank you for all the support that you've given to your colleagues, and thank you for holding everyone to account and challenging so that we continue to improve the experiences for all of our juniors. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thanks for your support as well.
Well, what a great interview with Ben, and I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that's given you more information about the work of the Junior Doctors Committee and the fantastic support that they're providing for all colleagues. A couple of quick announcements from me. You may well have seen over the last week or so quite a lot of media attention around the organisation, obviously with the help and the support, and thanks to Rod Stewart for investing some of his personal money to support local residents in getting access to MRI scanners through the mobile unit. There's been quite a bit of media attention around our provision of gas and air to our women in labour, and the hard work that the team are doing to support our women effectively, and quite a bit of media attention as we continue to push and drive and speak to the new hospital programme about the real need for the new hospital here at Princess Alexandra. So thank you to everybody who's been involved, both in front of the cameras and behind, for all the hard work involved around that. For those of you who are worried about your pensions or want to know more information about your pensions and the McLeod judgment, we are running a series of seminars and webinars over the next few weeks to help and support everybody. So look out for details on AlexNet or through the communications emails. We are working with an independent financial advisor to run a series of sessions. So if you're interested, if you're worried, if you're nervous, if you just want to know a little bit more about what your pension is and what the McLeod judgment may be, then please look out for those. And then finally, some fantastic news. We've been talking about our electronic health record and the procurement of that. Last week we formally signed the contract with Oracle Cerner for the provision of our EHR. It's fantastic news. We know that we desperately need a high quality electronic health record to support all of you and to support all of our patients. It's a core part of our digital strategy, and it really helps and supports and drives our longer term organisational strategy, PHT 2030. So thank you very much for watching, and as ever, if you would like to showcase the fantastic work you do or your team does or your specialty does, then please contact the communications department and they'll be in touch to arrange a time to come and visit you. Thank you for watching.